I love the community garden they've got going on here and how we all just come out and garden together. My God, I am so glad to be out of that hotel. I've set myself a target to get to a town called Vinh, which I think is a pretty major city. 5.5 hours. Let's see if we can have a more successful day than the crappy 1.5 hour drive-in we managed yesterday on our epic journey from the north of Vietnam to the south of Vietnam. But first, I need coffee. Now, we all know how long it can take to find a decent coffee shop in Vietnam, so it could be a while. But for the first time in, I can't even remember, I'm starting my day without any coffee. That's how bad the hotel is. You can't make a coffee there. Plus, I broke my coffee machine. So it's all just not happening, and I just wanted to get out of there. It was grim, except for that light. Those that watched yesterday's episode will know what I'm referring to. That light was magical. But apart from that, no redeeming features. Onward. Oh, it's good news. So those who watched yesterday's video will know why I'm very wary of coffee shops run by elderly men. Oh, in fact, it wasn't yesterday's video. I mean, it was yesterday's video, but it was one a while ago. Basically, it's crap coffee. Like, old men, they don't understand coffee. I'm sorry, but they just don't. Like, I want young people serving me my coffee. I want like Starbucks barista style people, but obviously without the blue hair, nose rings, and ultimate retardation. And I've just come across, I mean, first of all, we've got a nice big Christmas tree. Hello, friend, how are you? Hey, hey. And then we've literally got the Starbucks of Vietnam. Just perfect. I think having a smoke out here isn't ideal, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, it actually literally says, oh no, it's no smoking inside. So yeah, delighted to have found this only 10 minutes into my journey, because I really need coffee. I haven't smoked anything, I haven't drank anything, and here we are for the Vietnamese Starbucks experience. Hot caramel macchiato.
Caramel macchiato.
Yeah, double. Thank you. It's so different here to Thailand and Bali in terms of the people. Like, they're friendly, they're definitely not unfriendly, but then just, you know, in Bali they're outrageously friendly. In Thailand they're extremely friendly. It's not the same here. It's just not the same. You know, it's friendly-ish, and it's definitely not unfriendly, but it's not friendly. It's just different. It's definitely like, and obviously there's the odd one that is super friendly, but yeah, it's noticeable. It's a noticeable difference. Oh, we're buzzing. Means that me coffee and me plum fizz must be ready. Ah, perfect. Thank you very much. Yummy. Wow, I've seen some things on bikes before, but I think this might be a winner. She's got a bloody tree. Coconuts. Yeah, one coconut, yeah, thank you. Oh my God, so I've broken the back of it, big time. Let's have a look what we've done. I think, fuck off, you stupid little thing. Right, I got 105 kilometers to go. I'm pretty sure it was 280 when I set off. There's these silly little corgi cross type things. Quite cool actually. Fuck me, man. So I'm actually really enjoying it. It's a really nice day. I assumed that the journey back would be much... Look at this guy proper. Oh, I've just woke him up, chilling in his hammock. I assumed, thank you, that the journey back would be way worse because I'm not looking forward to something. But actually, I think because I've already done it, because I've already done these long drives, I'm just... I don't know, those neuroses that come up, like where you're essentially personality ego, where you're telling yourself stories like, oh, I need to be here, counting down the minutes, all that sort of thing. There's just less of that. Maybe it's because I'm mashed, but I don't think it is. I think it's just because I've experienced it. Like, I remember when I used to live in Pai, like the idea of driving to Chiang Mai used to feel like such a big deal. And that was only a 3-hour drive. But what stops me is the ass. Feels like when I used to snort a load of Charlie and get a Negro with a 10-inch slung to come and go mental on my Gypsy. No, it doesn't actually. It feels way worse. Like the whole, it's your pubic bone gets so sore, and then the whole lower back, and You know, I feel like I could go on for hours if it wasn't that. Anyway, 2 more hours. So I've been looking for a cafe for the last hour, mainly because of my ass, mainly because I just needed to get off the bike, sit down for a bit. Can't find one. You know, there's so many signs for food, but 90% of them are closed. It's very hard to know what they do. They all look fucking shit. It's there's a lot of differences between Vietnam, Thailand and Bali. You know, I spoke about the people earlier, and it's not that it's worse. I mean, I think in what I'm about to say it probably is, but you know, I like how the people aren't fussy, and you know, I like how friendly they are in Bali and Thailand. I also like how, you know, chilled out and not bothered they are here. You know, none of that makes any difference to me really. But what I really fucking notice is the lack of cafes and restaurants, or the lack of like what to a Westerner seems like a decent cafe and restaurant. Massive difference, massive difference. Anyway, I'm gonna just have my coconut because that's all we do. But always love a good coconut. Have a little smoke and then get back on the road. But I'm gonna give my ass at least 20 minutes to recover on what we've got here. We've got kind of like teenager chairs, not quite child chairs. We're at the teenager size. We're yet to see an adult sized chair in Vietnam. Maybe one day. I'm determined to get to Vinh though, V-I-N-H, because it's a pretty major city and I want to get a nice apartment. I really want a sofa for tonight. I don't want another night like last night. You know, I saved money on my budget last night, and I also had a pretty decent video on Not Today Say to my other channel yesterday. So I'm feeling a bit flush. So I'm thinking $20, $25 on an apartment with a sofa and a space that actually feels a bit like home. So yeah, a big city will give me the best chance of that. And it gets me just further. Because really what I want to do is have a 2-day break in Lang Khao. Because that place is amazing. Oh, almost cracked it. We're down to the last hour. And I've been looking for a coffee shop again for 2 hours. So this one looks quite nice. I'm not sure why it needs karaoke involved. And is there someone fucking wailing right now? Sorry, I mean singing right now. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, there is someone singing. It's quite nice actually. Oh, so funny, isn't it? I mean, I guess it's quite a nice atmosphere. This kind of karaoke, it's okay. I think it's more like the drunken karaoke. Maybe I'm just judging karaoke too much. It's quite nice. I'm not sure if it's so nice it justifies a massive speaker though, facing a garden. There's no apartments in Vinh. Very disappointing. So I've booked a more expensive hotel. It's twice as expensive as last night, about £16. I found it very hard to book it. It does look better than all the others, but you know, it's so easy to go into that mindset of like, oh, what's the point of spending an extra £8? It's just a bed. I'm only going to be there for one night. But I've done it, so I'm going to assess the difference. Like, is it worth spending this much more on hotels? Because last night was grim. I think the answer is going to be yes. Whilst it hasn't got a sofa, and well, you know, I can justify it easily in my head for an apartment. It's my own space. But when it's just another hotel room, I'm like, oh, I'll just get the cheap one. But I think that's changing. But it is a challenge for me. So we'll see. Is it worth spending an extra £8 on a hotel room? We'll find out in about an hour and a half's time. I went for a whole thing here where, you know, I translated the menu, pointed at the coffee I wanted, pointed at the smoothie I wanted, all seemed fine. And then I think they're just not used to people ordering 2 drinks. Well, I don't know, but that's what I assume. Because I only ever get well, not only ever, but often, when I very clearly order 2 drinks, I just get one of them. So I've just gone in and reordered the coffee, and they're like, oh, you want a coffee as well? I was like, yes. That's where I pointed at it. Arrived in Vinh, and I wanted to show you this massive market over the road. Very Vietnamese, all sorts going on. For some reason my zoom isn't working, so that's what you're getting. Oh, there we go. We're all zoomed in, look. Fantastic. So after the tree, none of this feels nearly as exciting, but that is pretty good, right? Look at that for a balancing act. Oh, we're done. Fucking hell, look at that. It's all grime. You should see my white shirt is no longer white. Ah, I'm so glad that's over. So the hotel looks horrible. It's on a main road, which I did know. Most of them are. And it's the first time I've ever booked a big hotel. Maybe not ever in my life, but certainly recently. Followers will know I usually book little family cheap ones. So, I mean, obviously, very ugly building, absolutely disgusting. But the room did look quite nice. So let's see what we're gonna get.
What's on what your nationality?
English.
Oh, English?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Nationality. Okay.
Nice one. And I think that's the main difference you'll get. I mean, for one, look at the foyer. That's another level to what we usually see. But I think the type of people here, you know, you're not gonna get like those two girls that kept me up playing music. You know, you're not gonna get crap tourists or really noisy Vietnamese people. Hello. I have a booking for tonight. Booking.com, Tom Greaterx.
Sorry, what's your name?
Tom Greaterx.
Is
My room? Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so that feels really good. That's way better than what I'm used to. It just feels professional. It feels like a hotel. So yeah, let's see what the room's like. We're just waiting for the lift now. Alright, 12:05. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's much nicer. Oh, proper mattress. Yes, I've got my smoking balcony. Ooh, it's quite a good view city-wise. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, initial impressions, I've got somewhere to sit. It's not a sofa, but at least I can sit. Yeah, it feels like it is definitely worth an extra £8. Oh my god, I really need to have a wash. Look at all that soap. Whoa, that's crazy. Alright, shower, smoke, and then I might go and try and buy a replacement. Are they called cafetières? I don't even know what they're called, but the coffee maker thing that I had. Oh great, this is great. This feels so much better. Like just being in like where I was last night and all these other shitty motels, like you just feel shit when you're in the room. And the room is like basically the size of a bed. It just makes so much difference. Like you wouldn't think it would make much difference, but just being able to walk around, having somewhere to sit. And not only am I clean, look at how sparkly and clean this glass is. I mean, just that alone compared to last night, because it says so much about the place. If you're gonna, well, I thought I still saw some soot. If you're going to like let somebody in a hotel room with a disgustingly dirty glass, not like smeared, like dirty, like somebody spat toothpaste in the bottom. It just feels so much better. Right, I better go make a Not Today Satan video because I need to keep this up. So I've been stood at this zebra crossing for a little while, trying to go to the park across the road. But yeah, definitely easier said than done. So obviously nobody stops for zebra crossing, so I don't really know how you do it, to be honest. Here we go. Is this a gap? Maybe. Okay, now. Now we've got the same dilemma the other way. Somebody just pulled up actually in the car park and pointed to the back of the seat like, do you want a ride? And then I was like, oh, I'm going to the park over the road. And he was like, oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay, now. Is it interesting enough to keep the clip going? I'm not sure. But, oh, there's one with no lights. Cracking. Right, is that a gap? There's a motorbike there with no lights, but I think I'm going to go for it. Alright, so apparently this park closes in 20 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes, but maybe I can quickly bosh out a Not Today Satan video. Here's the park. He's not said anything to me. I mean, presumably this is the gate closing, man. Better not walk too far from a gate, I guess. Yeah, look at that night sky. Very nice. Right, I'm going to try and do a video. Alright, I managed to bosh out a video. Wow, this camera's so much lighter than my Samsung. On my Samsung, the video I've just done for Not Today Satan, it's dark, and this one's all bright. And the gate, I did have a little panic when I stopped the video and thought, oh, hang on. It's probably past 6 o'clock now, but the gate is still open. which is a good job. I think I'd be able to climb it, but not really what you want to be doing, is it? Okay, I guess I better go and find a restaurant now. I think I'm done with bikes. I think I'm just gonna walk and see what I find. Although we are in a big city, if I did some Googling, I could find somewhere really good. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Going back to that guy who patted the seat, I mean, who knows? But you know, I'm certain it was just very friendly. I'm certain it was just like, oh, a tourist, I'll help him out. And yeah, many of you might be thinking, oh, I wonder if he had an ulterior motive, and maybe he did. But I don't think so. I just think it was a super friendly guy offering me a lift. Thinking all day how amazing it is that you just don't see many accidents in Southeast Asia. I didn't see any in Bali. When I lived in Chiang Mai, I saw a few. I've travelled across Vietnam and just seen nothing. And you know, we would say these roads are chaos. And like, I was just thinking, like, the fact that they don't stop for pedestrian crossings. But it's because they don't need to, because they're so aware and so alert. I think because there's scooters everywhere and dogs and children and all sorts. And they're so aware and so alert when it comes to driving, or so used to it, I should say, that, you know, they won't stop for pedestrian, but they kind of will stop. Like, they'll be aware, they'll slow down, and it's just sort of, everyone just gets involved. I mean, you see people like old women, grannies, walking out just like this, like just walking into the road like this, like, I am crossing now, stop, and people do. So maybe that's what I should be doing out there. So I put best restaurants near me into Google Maps, and they were all Vietnamese, which Vietnamese food is amazing, but I just can't be doing with it tonight. So then obviously I put burger near me in, and the place that is supposedly around here popped up, and the first review said delicious and cheap. So obviously that was me sold. Hello. But I don't see a burger place anywhere. Make way for the bin lady. I think she's here for this. Oh, what the fuck? No burgers to be seen. I think just, you know, I'd actually rather eat Vietnamese food because it is so good. It's just the hassle of trying to order it and not knowing what the hell you're ordering. Oh, bloody hell. Look at this. Proper Vietnamese life. Right, we're going to go for something pretty different. That looks like a good, expensive restaurant over there, which is slightly triggering for me. I'm trying to lean into, you know, I can afford this, it's all going to work out. I'm back in that mindset now. I keep oscillating, you might have noticed for long-term viewers. So yeah, that looks like one of the poshest restaurants we'll have been in since Bali. The poshest, in fact. Oh, and it's all looking very Christmassy. Fantastic. Very nice. Look at this. Oh, very nice. Shall we get a window seat? Oh no, they're all a bit noisy, aren't they? So let's go over here. Oh, they're so noisy, man. Like, just the way they communicate, shouting at each other. So I think it's one of these special kind of restaurants where they cook stuff for you in the middle of a table. So it might not work because that's for, like, yeah, it's not for Billy No-Mates like me. Yeah, so I'm just being ignored. I've been in here for 5 minutes. They're very noisy. No one's come to me. And I really do think that, based on the fact that every single one of the tables has one of these things on, that this isn't the sort of place you can just get a burger. I think we might move on. So I put in what looks like a, you know, an established good restaurant into Google Maps, and it wants me to go down here. That was all a bit crazy, but we got here in the end, and oh, we've even got a little tree. It looks very posh, doesn't it? I'm enjoying this high rolling, so posh it's a selfie spot. Wonderful. It looks very real. Wow, very nice. Hello. Table for one? Oh, loving this. This is way better than these shitty little street things I go into all the time, isn't it? Sorry? One person? One person, yes. Sit in the window? This one? Alright, okay. Alright, yeah, no problem. Wow, it's such a good menu. A burger's £3. Or you can have French lamb ribs for £12. Cracky. it's getting busy in this very nice restaurant. She's just been joined by someone, and I've just got me loaded fries. Cheesy bacon fries that cost £2. Now we have a lasagna, which I think costs about £3. I forget. That is very nice. Definitely homemade. Which is back now. This one's so desperate to get the perfect angle on the, I was going to say selfie, but food photo, which keeps leaning back and her hair keeps landing on my shoulder and lean back in a chair. Nice. Well, that was a very enjoyable experience. If today's YouTube video does alright, then we'll do it again tomorrow. That was fabulous. Now let's go back to our Supreme Queen double room. Just and edit some videos. Very exciting. In fact, that will be the end of this video. I'm pretty sure there might be a bonus clip. But yeah, basically the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for making it to the end. Big love. Like, subscribe, hype, share. See you later. Thank you. Let's get some of these fruits. One last shot for you. Vin City at night. Yeah.